Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. So we had a new event come up today, the Mermaid Princess. Now, this is the second Mermaid or Princess event. The one just recently passed. So we got a chance to get another 10 shards for her. So this is going to make you, you're still going to be a tad short, okay? You're still going to be 10 short, even after you have made the purchase here. You see, you can get 10 shards for her, but we need actually 20. It's actually, so you're going to need another 10 shards, but they'll have another event for her shortly if you want to snatch up. But the real reason I wanted to do this was because they had a bunch of really, really good stuff in here. I purchased all this stuff, and I like 50, I'd say about 55 to 60 million BP. See, yes, last video I was like 1773, I believe it was. I'm up to 1843. That's just because of the Spirit Soul shards that they had in there. I was able to take up the Sea Dragon, upgrade it to second. I was able to max out Ice Woman. She's now at 5-star. And I was able to max out the 3-eyed Golden Lion as well. So I was able to max out 2 and upgrade 1. So that really makes a big difference. And you can see that's where all the BP comes from. It doesn't actually come from actually upgrading the item, but it comes from when you do the handbook, because the handbook gives a full, and you're looking at like just the handbook alone can usually get you 10 to 15 million BP just by upgrading 1. So I had to upgrade all 3 of them, and that took me up to 1843. So that's a huge bump up. So you definitely want to grab everything inside of this event, because it has some really good stuff inside of the there. So you can get the shards for that. You can get the shards for the dragon. You get the shards right here for the lion. Okay, and you get your shards right here. I use these shards to max out Ice Woman. I'm now going to Devil Bird. I've still got to get a few more for him to max him out as well. So yeah, that's some really good stuff inside here. I'll probably end up purchasing some of this stuff. The actual Soul Beast Invasion, I would really wish that they would change this to a little bit more options. I maxed out the Jade Phoenix and the Emperor Scorpion. I mean, I maxed them out probably, I would say probably 7-8 months ago. I mean, and they just keep throwing the shards out. It's really, you know, since they're both maxed, you can't use the shards for anything. They're SS shards. They're not usable in anything as of yet. They might be in the future. So I do have, you know, I do have 180 of them just sitting around at this point. You can't use them on anything. Okay, they're not useful in terms of what you can, you know, you could use them on. I would like to actually, you know, like if you could, you know, if you could like take them and maybe use them on the SS Plus. But again, this only takes S shards. It doesn't take, it does not take SS shards. Can't be used in there. Upgrade, of course, is the shards for that. That's going to be pretty cool once we get the Devour is, of course, not useful for that. So there really is no way. The Awakener, of course, are the Awakened branches, but there's no way to actually use them for anything. What I'll end up doing is just regenerating them, dissolving the shards for coins in the shop. Is what I'll be, you know, that's what I'll end up doing. I'm just waiting to see once if they enter into any new SSS weapons, if we'll be able to use SS shards for those. That's just basically what I'm doing to right now, is holding on to them and maybe use them in the future. But you can dissolve them and get shards, get shards for the shop, the currency for the Spirit Soul. So there is things to do that. All right, but yeah, so this is a really, really, really excellent event. So you definitely want to get in there and do it. Master Forge is still going on. So I do have some, some actual, you know, charts to actually spin. So we'll have to, you know, choose what I'm going to do in here. I haven't really done it. I'll look around mostly. Probably just end up getting some more shards. Like I said, I do need Devil Bird shards in there. Inside of here, haven't decided. I'm going to have to decide today what I exactly want to do. But, you know, might just, you know, get some shards. But I'll let you know next video after I've done with that. I might just go ahead and get some more shards for him as well. This one right here is for gold line. Got him maxed out, so no longer have to worry about those. They got some hidden weapon stuff. But in the end, I'll probably just end up getting some of the extended bones and taking those up. You know, you can upgrade those as you do the shards. Once you make it, that's just a matter. You can 6, 10, 12 shards, and you can upgrade the actual level of them, making them a little bit more powerful, along with the absorption. It's pretty useful in that terms. But yeah, you definitely want to get into this, the Mermaid shop, just not only to get the 10 shards, so that we'll be able to make her the next event, but also because they do offer a lot of other good shards in there. Time limit, there's not a whole lot going on. The weekly gift bag, not very useful for me. Again, I've got the Sea God set, and I've got the Sea God Trident. They are both maxed out for me. So again, this is really nothing that I could use. This right here, I will most likely purchase. It's 9,000, but it's going to give you 15, and you can use these to upgrade your actual mortal herbs. So it's definitely something that you want to consider, and that's probably what I'll end up purchasing. I'm just waiting to see if anything else pops up, like maybe a time limited buy, because I'm always anytime there's only one event up. Master Forge is closing. It'll be gone this evening. So that's the Mermaid Princess will be left. But we don't, so they might throw a time limited buy in here tomorrow. So I'm just waiting on that. If they don't throw a time limited buy, I'll probably purchase some of those immortal herbs. Maybe not the full 9,000 worth, but I might purchase, maybe 6,000 worth of those. But they are useful. They can be used to upgrade your immortal herbs and other levels. So it's definitely something that's considered, that you might want to consider. So I'm just waiting to hold off on that and see exactly what. But definitely make sure that you do spend your Master Forge resources today, okay? Because all this is going to close out at the end of the day. So today is the last day. So make sure that you don't forget, don't use it, lose it, okay? So that's the way it goes. All right, so that's everything that we've got at this point. I do like the fact that the Mermaid Princess, it seems like we just had that, I think it was just last week. So that's a pretty fast, turnaround there for that particular event. Usually it's 2 weeks between an event, but I'm pretty sure this was just last week. I may be wrong. Maybe time is moving. Time here in the corner moves at a different pace than outside the other world, but it seems to me like that was just last week. I might be wrong, but it is nice that it's up again. So it's a really nice one. I think something that might be useful, especially if you're having a little healing issue. So we'll have to see about that. But everything else is pretty standard. Make sure you do your festival, of course. Okay, make sure you keep up with the wrongs tea. Okay, everything else pretty much standard. Nothing changed in terms of that. But yeah, I did want to let everybody know to make sure that you participate in this, because if you're doing it free to play, you should be able to max those 3 out. Okay, maybe not the exact same 3, but 3 of them in general, depending on what you're focusing on. And that's just a huge BP, because you can open up that handbook, an upgraded slot in that handbook, and that is a full account jump there, and that's what gives the BP so much. So yeah, like 60, 70 million BP just from this event alone. So I think that's the biggest jump I've ever gotten from a single event. Not associated with soul bones, because I've had some pretty big jumps with soul bones, but I don't think I've ever had 70 in terms of a soul bones either. That's pretty, a pretty large jump, and it helps the team, because your soul beasts are on you have spirit souls on each of your actual soul masters have a spirit, so Scorpion, the Lion, Phoenix, Jinn, and then Evil Bird, and then Heavenly Horse and Ice Woman. So all of your characters, at least the ones in your team, should have a spirit soul, and you want to max them out, of course. But yeah, big jump in BP that you can get from this event is possible. So I hopefully have enough shards, because it's not cheap. It did take I think almost it's close to 7,000 or 8,000 diamonds for that, but we had it in lieu. And hopefully they'll be throwing a time limit about so we can get some more Doomstones. Doomstones, like I said in the last video, are becoming a pretty useful commodity. There are ways to get them, as I said, inside of the Tyrant, inside of your sack. And there's also the actual. You can get a few of those just by sweeping 10 inside of. I think it's the Soto inside of the arena functions. So you can get almost 10 of those a day if you're on tap, and of course you get them inside of the events, which is where I might end up going with the Master Forge event because they are in there. But yeah, definitely make sure that you do use your Master Forge, any of the ice core that you got, so you don't lose it come the next event. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Okay, and once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it, you get notified each time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as it does help the channel immensely. This is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.